I love monitor light bars and think they're one of the best value additions to any setup, but you don't have to break the bank to get a good quality monitor light bar. So when Funlicht reached out to me asking if they could sponsor this video, I had to say yes. Today I'll be going over how light bars help you, the unboxing of the product, the light setup, product details, a comparison with another light bar, and if you should buy it. Stick around because despite the price, this light is surprisingly good. Also, if you would like to buy it, the link is in the description, and use the code on screen for 10% off your order. Oh yeah, it's finally here, the Funlicht monitor light bar, so let's get to the unboxing. Alright, so as you can see, there was a nice packaging right here, and right here there's the actual box for the light bar itself, so I'll pull it out. Here we go, here is the box for the Funlicht computer monitor light bar. Let's go ahead and move this box real quick. Alright, so as you can see, it's very nice packaging, very sleek on the front. Let's flip it over. Right here, kind of shows the different use cases if you're doing whatever work you're doing, just want to look better in your setup, and even better for gaming too. But let's go ahead and see what's actually inside and where the real magic is. Alright, here we go, time for the big reveal. 3, 2, 1. So right here, we have our standard cable, that's USB-C. We're going to be using this to power the actual light itself. We'll get into that later. Right here we have a quick little user manual, but we're not here for that, we're here for the actual product itself. Let's go ahead and pull the light bar out first. Nice protective covering on all the sides. And something that I immediately noticed as I unbox this, is that the way they designed this, is specifically that this part covers it so that the light will hit your desk, and it won't hit anywhere else, like it will only hit your desk and light your eyes. That's pretty cool. It looks pretty sleek. It's less than an inch big, so it's going to fit in pretty much any setup. This clamp looks pretty high quality, and this bar just feels high quality in general. I'm pretty sure it's made of aluminum. It feels like real metal, and it feels like if I drop this 20 times, it's still not going to break, which is awesome. So right here we have the remote, which also comes with this, how you control the light bar. But there's nothing else in the box, so let's get on with the rest of the video. Real quick, please subscribe. My goal is to grow it to 1,000 subscribers, and I really appreciate it. Anyway, here's how to set up the light. Alright, so before I'm going to put this in my setup, first I need to take off all this stuff out of the way, so I can move the monitor out to put it on top. Alright, so now that I've moved everything out of the setup, so I can take up the old light bar, I'll now put in the new light bar and show you guys how to do that right now. I recommend plugging in to the actual light bar before you install it like this. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your monitor out, or if it's already out, you can go just put it on. So you can put the wire behind it so you can keep it managing it a little bit better. And right here, you want to make sure that it folds out, and you want to have this front lip right here to be against the edge of your monitor like this, and make sure it's centered. Then you can push the back in like this. Alright, so I got to the point where it's not going to fall off, but it could move around if I turn it side to side. So now I can push it back in, and let's reveal what it looks like. Alright, so now it's set up as you can see right here. It's nice and set up. You want to angle this before you turn it on or after you turn it on to make sure this part is going to be putting the light exactly where you want it on the desk. So I'll do that in a second. Let's go ahead and reveal what it looks like after I close these windows. Alright, so I turned everything off in the room so it's going to look better, and let's see what it looks like. So we're going to grab the remote right here, and if you press it, it should turn on. Nice. Now as you can see, this looks very cool. If you're looking at straight on, there's no glare, unless you're sitting super low like this, but there's no glare, which is pretty cool. And I'll go over all the details and stuff later, but as you can see, this completely just transforms the look of the setup and makes it look so much better. Also, I want to mention that there is no like pairing required. Sometimes you have to pair them with light bars, but I did not have to pair the controller with this. It literally just worked as soon as I grabbed it, no pairing, which is awesome. Before I go over the details of the bar, here's how a light bar actually helps your eyes and productivity when working at a setup. Alright, so you're grinding away at your setup, and after long hours of looking at a screen, your eyes are probably feeling it. That's where this monitor light bar comes in clutch. Basically, it shines focused light onto your desk, which cuts down on that annoying glare on your screen and balances out the brightness. This eliminates contrast between your screen and whatever is in front or behind it. This means you can actually see what you're doing without squinting, stay focused, and game or work for way longer without feeling like your eyes are about to explode. And I personally noticed a difference as soon as I started using a monitor light bar. But now, let's go over the details of the Funlicht light bar. The light bar itself feels very good and is very sturdy. It is 17.32 inches long, so it will fit well on most monitors. The hinge isn't quite as strong as I would like it, but it's still pretty good for the price. This is how strong it is when I shake my monitor. The highlight of the bar definitely has to be the lip in front, which blocks light from hitting your eyes. I've never seen this design before in any light bar, and I think it's really cool. And when looking at its projection on the paper, you can tell light won't hit your eyes or monitor. The range of brightness and temperature is what you would expect in a light bar, and I like how there are stepless adjustments, allowing you to get the perfect light brightness and temperature. Now for the controller. The controller doesn't feel as high quality as the bar itself, but it's still good enough to where you can feel comfortable using it. The controller has a sleek look that I think will add to any setup. Also, it has a rubber bottom, so it won't slide during use. The controller is so smooth and satisfying to use, I mean, just listen to this. You press the button quickly to turn the light on and off, and you press and hold the cycle through the temperature, and twisting the controller changes brightness. Now that you know about the light bar, I'll compare it to another similarly priced light bar made by Quintus. Its review is in the top right hand corner and linked in the description if you want to watch it after this. With both bars side by side, you can see that the Quintus bar is slightly shorter than the Funlicht one, so the Funlicht one will be able to project more light. I do like the hinge on Quintus better though, because it feels more sturdy and is more adjustable. But the Funlicht bar has a hinge built in, making it easier to set up. The Quintus bar has buttons on the bar itself, but I never really used those anyway, and the cable on the Quintus bar is at a 90-degree angle, where the Funlicht one is straight. But when it comes down to controllers, I like the Funlicht one better. The Quintus controller feels more sturdy than the Funlicht one, but it's less sleek and doesn't fit as well into a setup. Also, when using it, you have to go through steps, unlike the Funlicht one, where there are no steps when adjusting the light temperature and brightness. Now, time to compare the actual light being projected from both bars. When looking at both of them side by side, the Funlicht is brighter and covers a larger area with projected light. So the Funlicht light bar is bulkier than your average monitor light, but it also projects more light in return. But now for the final question, should you buy it? This light bar is sleek and practical, and as I mentioned earlier, it is essential for any setup. So if you don't want to break the bank, this is definitely an amazing option. Plus, with my discount code, you get 10% off your order on their website, and the link for that is in the description. And if you want an even cheaper light bar, they have one without a controller for only $29. When you compare these bars to ones that cost upwards of $100 for essentially the same effect, it is a no-brainer to pick up a Funlicht bar. So yes, you should buy the Funlicht monitor light because of its price, quality, and practicality. But if you're a gamer and want a light bar with RGB capabilities, watch this video on screen. Subscribe to see more tech reviews like this. Jesus loves you, and I pray you have an awesome day.